everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Colts are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Broncos, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
Larry, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. Oh, it's C.J. Anderson. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 77 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw on second down is Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Collins running it from the pistol. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know, those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Danny
Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Locke. And an alley to run. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here's Collins. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
You know what? Now and then it pays to take chances in this league. You can't play everything by the book. You're on your own side of the 50, but all you need is a few short yards, and they're able to convert to keep the drive going.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now Anderson, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Eluding the press, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jabal Sheard from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. On second down, Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go now. Green, 30.
Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Collins. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, it's Love. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking deep downfield. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Second down, Collins. Room here to run. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Here's a first down run with Collins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll try the air now with Locke. It's caught outright, Amendola. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Danny Amendola, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, here's Lynch. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. B19.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They go again with Collins. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Collins. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
All right, here we go.
They give it to Anderson. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They run it again with Anderson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Lynch. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. On 1st and 10, Locke drops it underneath for Collins. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Luck now to throw. Looking deep now for Amendola. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. From the red zone now, Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, good move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Luck on first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a first down throw, Luck. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because you're...
Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Lynch to throw. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield now, here's Lynch. They set up the screen to Booker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the score. Had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's Mack, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now it's locked. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line. And after that sack, backed up to... his own 2.
The Colts send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Ginn. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st down, it's Lynch. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Lynch. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Adam Gotsis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Here's Locke. His throw incomplete. Amendola had it and lost it. And it's 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air. Locke on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run with Mack. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. staying on the ground with Mack. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play,
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Back to the air, Lynch after the pick 6. Steps away to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there on 3rd down for the Broncos. 52 yards. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defense. Side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go. Watch it now, Marty. All right, now, look at 56. Look at
Getting the call is Anderson running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Good.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jonathan Hankins. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lynch. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run for it with Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. On 2nd down, Lynch. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Brandon Coleman was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Lynch. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go. Boom,
2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Lynch. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Henry Anderson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Mack. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing now. Luck. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now a carry from Mack. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Chuck Pagano decides to go. It doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the Pack, they have taken the lead late in that ball game. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. To throw again. Lynch. That's caught right side by Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lynch hands to Booker. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Indianapolis, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.